Look, I'm going to say something that most fitness channels won't say to you. If you're a skinny guy who's tired of looking in the mirror and seeing the same flat chest, the same stick arms, the same body you've had for years despite eating everything in sight, this video is going to change how you think about building muscle forever. Not because I'm going to throw complicated science at you, but because I've been exactly where you are, and I know the specific pain of being the guy who disappears when he turns sideways. Let me paint a picture. You wake up in the morning, you walk past that mirror, and for just a second you catch a glimpse of yourself without your shirt on. And something inside you just sinks, not dramatically, not in a way you'd admit to anyone, just quietly. Like a small defeat that you've gotten so used to, you almost don't notice it anymore. Almost you tell yourself you're fine. You tell yourself it doesn't matter, but then you go to the beach, or the pool, and every single other guy seems to fill out his shirt in a way that you just don't, and that quiet sinking feeling comes roaring back. That's the thing about being a naturally skinny guy. It's not just physical. It runs deep. It affects how you carry yourself in a room. It affects how you feel when you shake someone's hand. It affects whether you initiate conversations or whether you hang back and let the moment pass. And most people don't talk about that part. They just throw workout plans at you and tell you to eat more protein. But they never acknowledge that this is personal. This is emotional. This is about who you feel like you are versus who you want to be. Before I go any further, I want you to know we have a program linked in the description below that walks you through everything I'm about to share with you in a structured, step-by-step way. If you're serious about making a real transformation, not just watching videos and hoping something changes, you should check it out. But only if you're actually ready. Most people watch, feel motivated for 5 minutes, and then do absolutely nothing. If that's you, close the video now. But if you're the one person out of 100 who's genuinely tired of staying the same, keep watching. Now let me tell you something that took me a long time to figure out. Being skinny is not a life sentence. It feels like one. Believe me, I know it feels like your body just refuses to change no matter what you do. You eat a huge meal and nothing happens. You lift weights for a few weeks and you can't see a single difference. You try a workout program you found online and after a month, your arms still look exactly the same. And slowly you start to believe the lie that your genetics are the problem. That you're just one of those guys who can't build muscle. That transformation is for other people. That belief is costing you everything. Here's what's actually happening inside your body. Your metabolism is running fast. Your hormones may not be optimized for muscle growth. Your calorie intake is almost certainly lower than you think. And your training, if you're doing any at all, is likely not matched to how a skinny body actually needs to be trained. This is not your fault. Nobody taught you this stuff. The fitness industry is built around people who already have a solid foundation. It was not designed for the guy who's been eating a ton and still can't gain a pound. Let's talk about what changes when you actually build lean muscle. And I'm not talking about getting bulky or turning into some bodybuilder who can't scratch his own back. I'm talking about lean, proportional muscle that makes your shoulders broader, your chest fuller, your arms defined, your waist looking naturally smaller just because everything around it grew. I'm talking about the kind of body where you put on a plain white t-shirt and it fits. Where you walk into a room and your posture says something before you even open your mouth. The first thing people notice when they start gaining real muscle is confidence. And it's not arrogance. It's the quiet, calm confidence that comes from knowing you did something hard, from knowing you didn't quit, from knowing your body is capable of more than you thought it was. That confidence bleeds into everything. Your work, your relationships, the way you walk down the street, the way you feel when someone says you look different, and you know exactly why. Then there's the energy. When your body composition shifts, when you're carrying more muscle and less of the nothing that was there before, your energy levels change completely. You stop feeling drained by noon. You stop needing 3 cups of coffee just to function. You start waking up feeling like you actually want to move, like your body is ready to go instead of barely holding on. And here's a number that matters. Research consistently shows that adding even 10 to 15 pounds of lean muscle to a naturally slim frame changes your resting metabolism significantly. That means your body burns more calories just existing, which means maintaining your physique becomes easier over time, not harder. Most skinny guys think that being lean forever means suffering forever. The exact opposite is true once you build that muscle foundation. But let me be real with you about the process, because the truth is what keeps you moving forward, not false promises. The first few weeks are going to feel like nothing is happening. Your muscles are adapting. Your nervous system is learning. Your body is figuring out that this is real and that you're not going to give up this time. That window is where most skinny guys quit. They don't see the scale move. They don't see the mirror change. And they walk away. And then 6 months later they start again and stop again. And they spend years cycling through the same painful loop of starting and stopping. The guys who break through that window, who push past week 3 and week 4, are the ones who start seeing results that accelerate. Because muscle growth is not linear. It's slow at first and then suddenly it's not. Suddenly your shirts start fitting differently. Suddenly someone asks you if you've been working out. And something shifts, something clicks, and you realize you're not the skinny guy anymore. You're the guy in the middle of a transformation. Here's something that gym influencers will never admit to you. The training is not the hard part. I know that sounds backwards. But the hard part is structure. The hard part is knowing exactly what to eat and when. Knowing which exercises actually trigger growth in your specific body type. Knowing how much rest you need. Knowing when to push harder and when to back off. The guys who transform fast are not working harder than you. They're working smarter. They have a system that eliminates guesswork, and they just execute. Think about how much time you've spent searching for the right workout plan. Watching video after video, starting programs, abandoning them, starting again. Add up all those hours. All that confusion. All that frustration. Now imagine having one clear path, one structured approach that's already figured out the hard part for you. That's not laziness, that's efficiency. That's what a transformation actually looks like. Now let me give you some direct, actionable things you can start doing today that will immediately start shifting your body in the right direction. First, your total calorie intake is the foundation of everything. If you're not eating enough, nothing else matters. Your muscles cannot grow out of thin air. They need fuel. And the frustrating truth is that skinny guys almost always underestimate how much they're eating. They think they eat a lot. They don't. You need to start tracking what you actually consume, even just for 1 week, and you will be shocked at what you see. Second, your protein intake needs to be a non-negotiable priority. Muscle is built from protein. Without adequate protein, your body cannot repair and rebuild the muscle fibers you're breaking down in training. A good starting point is close to 1 gram per pound of your body weight per day. That might mean restructuring every single meal you eat. It's worth it. Third, your training needs to be focused on compound movements, exercises that recruit multiple muscle groups at the same time, squats, deadlifts, bench press, rows, pull-ups. These movements trigger the most hormonal response. They build the most muscle in the least amount of time. If you've been spending your gym sessions doing isolated curls and cable crossovers, you've been wasting your time. Not because those exercises are bad, but because they're the wrong priority for where you are right now. Fourth, sleep is where the actual growth happens, not in the gym, in bed. While you're sleeping, your body is releasing growth hormone, repairing muscle tissue, and consolidating the neural patterns your training created. If you're sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night and wondering why you're not growing, that's your answer. Fifth, consistency over intensity, every single time. A moderate workout done 5 days a week for 3 months will outperform an intense workout done twice a week with no real schedule. Your body responds to consistency. It adapts to consistent stimulus. The guys who transform in 3 to 6 months are not the guys who had the best single workout. They're the guys who showed up when they didn't feel like it. Let me bring this full circle for you. You came into this video feeling something. Maybe frustration, maybe hope, maybe a quiet desperation that you wouldn't admit out loud, and I want you to know that feeling is valid. Being stuck in a body that doesn't reflect who you feel like you are on the inside is genuinely painful, but it is not permanent. The path from where you are right now to lean, muscular, and confident is not mysterious. It's not reserved for guys with good genetics. It's available to you, right now, today. With the right information and the right structure. If you've been watching this entire video and something in you feels ready, really ready, not just motivated for the next 5 minutes, but genuinely committed to changing this once and for all, then the program in the description below was built exactly for you. It's not for people who are on the fence. It's not for people who'll start next Monday. It's for people who are done waiting and ready to move. That might be you. Or it might not be. But if there's any part of you that knows you've been putting this off long enough, now is the time. Not next week. Right now. Go check it out.